place where you can go, where there's no one to tell you yes or no. If you just look into your heart, you will find there. That's the place to start. If you take a step and take another again, you'll find a better place to land. I know that it can be there someday. You've been waiting for. I know this life can be that one life you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Today could be the someday. Today could be the one day. Today could be the someday you've been dreaming of. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. Oh, 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 oh. Today could be the day. 5, 4.
Every time she hits her stride
Here I come.
and is ready to chase it again. Every time we hear the bell and know a child is cancer-free. Every time his heart beats stronger and he scores the winning goal. With more than 35 pediatric subspecialties, East Tennessee Children's Hospital is here every time it matters most.
Well, good morning. Happy Tuesday. It's a raw winter-like morning around East Tennessee. Grab a cup of coffee here this morning. Kick back. We don't have a ton to talk about. The storm system is now moving its way on out of here, and now we're looking at sunshine and beautiful weather to return to East Tennessee. Now, I want to start you off first things first with what we saw yesterday. We did pick up officially, like precipitation-wise, 1/100th of an inch of precipitation at McGee Tyson Airport. We did make it to 38 degrees. Yesterday, I was forecasting 34. But it never felt like 38 because, of course, we had the wind chill values with us and had some cool time lapses. So I got a couple time lapses to share with you here this morning. We'll start you off first things first with the time lapse up at Anakeesta. And you can see how the snow showers kind of came in. They melted. And then we'll just see more bands of snow coming on in. And then it kind of melts away a little bit. And then another band comes on in, it melts away a little bit. So that was kind of the day that we saw yesterday. Here's another cool one. From downtown Clinton and Anderson County. And again, this one's got a cool one because we got a big old band of snow that came on through and it doused the downtown area. Watch this. You'll see it here towards the end. I might be able to pause this too once we get to that point. And here it comes right there. Look at this. Watch this. Look how like it just, I'm just rewinding it here. Wait, where'd it go? There it is. Where'd it go? There it is. No. Right there. Look at that. I mean, look at that. I mean, it was like a winter wonderland for just a hot minute of time. And then the sun came back out. Another couple of flurries moved their way through the area. And then here's another great time lapse for you here this morning from Union County. This is downtown Maynardville, also experiencing much more of the same with the overcast gray skies, cold raw temperatures, and then, of course, got a couple of those snow bands that swing their way through the area. So it really turned out to be one of those, some of my favorite kind of weather, to be honest with you. I love seeing these little convective snow showers where you see sunshine, you see snow, the wind blasted, and then, well, the snow machine kind of wound down. And that's pretty much what we saw. If you have any photos to share along, I know we have some photos to share through Witcher's Pictures here this morning. We'll take you downtown Gatlinburg here at this hour. And again, not a ton of snow. And, I was talking to the EMA and all the school systems yesterday, and they were like, I mean, are we going to have any major issues? And I said, I really just don't think so. We just have the ground is just too warm, although it is chilly outside. Look at these. We're running colder this morning, 5 to nearly 10 degrees colder than what we were yesterday at this time. Temperatures are in the teens and 20s, and so it is a brutally cold start to the day, but we have a little bit of a breeze, and so wind chill values this morning are in the teens and low 20s. It was some single-digit wind chill values up across the highest peaks of the Smokies where we saw the majority of the snow. Now, if you are waking up this morning across certain areas that got a couple of quick little bands last night before the sun went down or as the sun angle was going down, you may have some snow on the ground. So let me know in the chat if you actually have snow on the ground in your area. I would be curious to see who has it. But if you do, remember, it's going to melt away pretty quickly because our road temperatures will quickly warm up. So here's 7, here's 8 o'clock, there's 9 o'clock in the morning. Now we're above freezing in most locations. And now as we get into the 9 to noon hour, the snow is going to be a thing of the past. And the roads will be wet for a minute, but the wind's going to be with us. And so that will evaporate a lot of that moisture. So the roads will be nice and clear here in the next several hours if you have any sort of ice or snow on the roads. Now, forecast high temperatures today will top out in the 40s, so at least we're going to be a little bit warmer than what we were yesterday, but the wind is still going to be blowing out of the west anywhere from about 5 to 10, gusting to about 15 to 25 miles per hour. So it is going to be a rather breezy day, and with temperatures only topping out in the 40s, we're talking wind chill values in the teens, 20s, and 30s all day long. So it's cold out there this morning. It's going to stay cold all day long. Renee's like, yeah, it is a cold morning for sure. All right, so on the big picture, though, we do have better weather on the way. Our trough of low pressure kicks its way on out of here. There's a ridge building back to our west, and that ridge is going to gradually work its way from west to east. And as it does so, that's going to gradually lift our temperatures, warm our temps up a little bit. And by Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we're going to be trending above average, and we stay rain-free. Now, there is a chance for some light rain showers Sunday into Monday. I don't anticipate it to be a whole lot as of right now, maybe a quarter of an inch of rain as it stands right now. But look at this warming trend, 44 today, feeling like the 30s. We're back to closer to those seasonal averages Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, because an average high is now 62, and then above average temperatures by 5-7 degrees or so. And we're going to be in the upper 60s to low 70s Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So really a nice weather pattern. And when we highlight those rain chances again, this has changed from what I was looking at earlier this morning. So again, the point of the story is we're really not looking at a whole lot of rainfall here over the next 7 days. I think we're going to stay relatively rain-free with a nice little warming trend. But boy, it is cold outside this morning. Let's take it back outside. This is a live look there in West Knoxville at Fox Road Marina. Crystal clear, but crystally cold. And at 8 o'clock here this morning, I don't know if I'll be able to get it on camera for you this morning, but I did grab I might be able to. I did grab a nice little sunrise drone shot here just moments ago that's going to be airing on social media here in just a little bit. Took my drone up, and it is cold, but it was cool because all the rooftops in my neighborhood and the surrounding areas have snow on them, but the grass is dry, the roads are dry, and so no major issues as well. All right, so Cocke County is on a 2-hour delay. I was wondering how many schools. I don't do school delays or cancellations. I was curious on how many schools would actually be delayed. Doesn't surprise me that some schools, I mean, because the plain cold, and I was talking to some of the school systems yesterday. I was like, I think above and beyond anything, it's just gonna be plain cold. The coldest air of the season, like midwinter, colder than midwinter kind of cold. You know what I mean? By the way, happy Veterans Day. Yeah, any veterans out there? Thank you so much for your service. It is Veterans Day. I know we've got the parades going on. It is a cold one for sure, or a frozen Tuesday, or plain just a frozen Taco Tuesday. I think we need some good tacos to warm us up right about now, don't you think? It's just a wee bit, Andrew, just a wee bit cold for November. Linda's like, it's cold. How much snow did you get across the Cumberland Plateau? I had reports from the plateau yesterday that we were getting some good snow. You got to realize that we can't really see it. That's why it's so important. And if you know anybody, Linda, if you know anybody up in Cumberland County that wants an East Tennessee weather camera, let me know, because the radars are far enough away from each other. The plateau kind of gets skipped. And so any of the snow that's in the lower levels, the radar beams are shooting up above it. And so it's hard to see sometimes what is actually taking place across the Cumberland Plateau. So if you know anybody that, would host an East Tennessee weather camera up in Cumberland County, let me know. I would really, really take it. Love that. Jill says, Canada, take their weather back now. Yeah, they're taking it back here in just a little bit. But there are signs that there's another big giant pocket of colder air up in Canada that may break out in the next couple of weeks and head down to the U.S. Does it affect us? Only time will tell. And of course, I'll keep you posted on that. What's up, Scott? How are you this morning? It's crazy to see the snow in Clinton coming down so thick for a little bit. I mean, it was so thick for a little bit. I think I took a screen grab again of that. I think I did daily screen grabs. I did. So let me just show you what this looks like. I just screen grabbed that. I paused it yesterday, just a moment ago, but if you missed it, that's what it looked like yesterday afternoon in downtown Clinton for like probably about 10 minutes. It didn't last very long, but man, it coated the rooftops quickly. and looked like a good old winter wonderland out there. It was crazy. Just sent a picture to the group chat. Right about a quarter of an inch here. Beautiful sunrise taking shape. Thanks, Denise. I appreciate that. We'll try to get that up on the chat here this morning. Good morning, Beverly. How are you this morning? It snowed 12 inches. LaPorte County, Lake Michigan, lake effect snow. Yeah, they were getting hammered with some lake effect snow yesterday. The lakes are still very warm, so when you get this cold push of air, it definitely does its deed. All right, here's Denise's photo. So let's just share these real quick. There we go. A nice little quarter of an inch. We had a little bit of grapple for a second, but a beautiful view from Denise this morning. How about that little winter wonderland? Just a little bit on the grassy areas, rooftops. Not a ton to really cause any major issues. Hopefully you're not having any issues out there this morning. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at those national holidays for the day today. We had every possible precipitation yesterday. We did have some sleet, some grapple, some snow. Towards the end of it, we had some pretty good-sized snowflakes that were taking shape. And it's such a beautiful sunrise coming in from downtown Anderson County, Clinton area. I want to show you what that looks like here. How about that? It looks nice, but it's nice and cold. And it doesn't change throughout the day. Today, we stay cold all day long. All right, here are your national holidays for this date in history. Of course, we're celebrating birthdays and events. Any birthdays out there, give us a big shout out so we can give you a big shout out. Salute to our men and women who have served and are currently serving. Amen to that. Let me know, Andrew. I'll get a camera up there. Ski season is right around the corner. They are making snow for sure. Would you put a camera at the Tennessee, North Carolina line? Yeah, as long as they have internet. If you have internet, that's all I need. All right, so birthdays and events today. Give us a big shout out. Today is National Sunday Day. Maybe a little too cold for a Sunday on a day like today. Maybe push that until like Friday when we're pushing close to 70 today. And it's Veterans Day. So again, big shout out to all the veterans out there, past and current. Thank you so much for your service. I've had friends that were just now shipped off and now stationed across the world as they were deployed. And so, you know what? Wow. I've got a lot of friends actually who are veterans. So big shout out to you guys. All right, let's talk about a little weather history. We'll go take you all the way back to 1989 on Veterans Day. It was an unseasonably warm day across much of the country. East of the Rockies anyways. Temperatures warmed all the way to 70s and 80s in the southern and central plains to the southern half of the Atlantic coastline. 34 cities reported record highs. In 1988, low pressure brought snow to parts of the Rocky Mountain region with upwards of about 10 inches in Summitville. In 1987, a deepening low pressure system brought heavy snow to the eastern U.S. The Veterans Day storm produced upwards of 17 inches of snow in Washington, D.C. In 1955, an early Arctic outbreak set many November records. Across Oregon and Washington, the severe cold damaged shrubs and fruit trees. Readings dipped all the way down to near zero into western Washington. In 1940, an Armistice Day storm raged across the Great Lakes region and the upper Midwest. A blizzard left 49 dead in Minnesota. And in 1911, the central U.S. experienced perhaps the most dramatic cold wave of record. During the early morning, temperatures across the central plains ranged from 68 degrees to Kansas City to 4 above at North Platte, Nebraska. That is crazy. And on this date in history across the world, the quote for the day today by Napoleon Hill: opportunity. Often it comes in the form of misfortune or temporary defeat. That could not be more true. What doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger type of situation, right? Don't let things knock you down because it makes you stronger. I think that's probably why I'm where I'm at today. I had people tell me that I'd never make it into the TV industry, ever. Now, I think she was trying to prove a point at that point of the game, but when you're in college going, I'm going to college for this, and you don't think I'm going to make it? This is awful. I think it made me stronger. In 1992, the Church of England voted to ordain women as priests. In 1991, the U.S. stationed its first diplomat in Cambodia in 16 years to help the nation arrange democratic elections. In 1987, Vincent van Gogh's Irises was sold for more than $53 million in New York. In 1976, Kiss, here we go, Buck. Kiss released the album Rock and Roll Over. Here we go. That one's for Buck this morning. Anybody else that likes Kiss? In 1946, Velvet Underground made its performance debut at a high school dance in Summit, New Jersey. In 1918, World War I came to an end when the Allies and Germany signed the Armistice. The day became recognized as Veterans Day in the United States. And in 1851, the telescope was patented by Alvin Clark. The more you know. Let's take you to Anakeesta this morning, shall we? There we go. Look at the snow-capped peaks of Mount LeConte right there. So the snow level just quite didn't drop as much. You can clearly see the snow line right there at the peaks of the Smokies. But that is gorgeous. Is that not just gorgeous? Definitely gorgeous. All right, let's take a look at some photos, shall we? Okay. Happy Veterans Day. You deserve the entire month of June. Amen to that. Cataloochee Ski opens tomorrow. Nice. Ski season is here. You're actually Reverend. That's awesome. All right, let's take a look at some of these photos. I got some great ones. This was from the other day before the snow started. This was sent in, I believe, by Andrea, I think it said. Beautiful shot right here. Some nice fall colors. This is at the, I believe she said the Ocoee. So this is taken yesterday from the Ocoee. This is Amanda. We had Michelle at Clarefield, Tennessee, getting some good snow yesterday. How about this one? This is a great little photo. It's probably going to come in sideways, but we'll make it vertical. There it is. How about that? I mean, that's a winter wonderland for sure. We've got Laura Porter showing a little bit of snow on the back patio and her kids playing. My kids went out last night and came inside with one little tiny snowball. I was like, hey, there's enough snow out there to make a snowball? How is that even possible? Snow in Greene County. Here's one from John. A little bit of snow in Greene County from yesterday. Probably going to come in sideways as well. Sometimes it takes a little bit to load these photos. There we go. This is sideways. There we go. How about that shot? Nice little shot from Greene County yesterday. So we saw some nice snow in Greene County. Here's another one coming in from John. This is from Afton in Greene County. So nice little coating of snow there. Not a ton. Thought we'd see a little bit more across some of the foothills and as you progress up the higher elevations, but such is the way it is. This is a great one from Peter Cooper. A little snow this morning, but a lot of sun this evening, making the beautiful Holston Mountain from Johnson City. This is a gorgeous view. That's from Peter Cooper. Peter, you have outdone yourself on that one. That is just solid. That is just amazing, isn't it? And we've got another one coming in from Jill Heaton, High School, Tennessee, 4 p.m. Snow mixing with the fall colors. Pretty, yeah, look at that. That looks like Christmas, doesn't it? That looks like a good Christmas card right there. That is fantastic. Let's see if I can't share a couple photos with you here. I might be able to get this on. We're going to do something here. A little crazy. Just give me 1 second. Boop. All right, if you give me 1 second, it's going to go to black for just a second. So stand by. Hold on. It's taking a little time. Taking its time. Maybe it's not going to work. Hopefully I didn't lock it up. Maybe I did. Well, I can't. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going away. I thought I'd be able to get rid of this stuff and show you a nice little drone shot. I may be able to. Here we go. Here we go. Now we'll get this drone shot on there. There we go. Maybe. Nope, I'm not going to be able to. Anyways, that was the drone shot I took this morning. So a nice little sunrise from my backyard, looking off the distance with the lake there and the Smoky Mountains. So it's a still shot, but not a drone shot. Oh, man. What a beautiful start to the day. All right, but beautifully cold. Just on the rooftops right now in White Pine. Good morning, Tammy. How are you this morning? Watching the veterans. Happy Veterans Day to all the veterans watching this morning. That would be to you as well, Lee. I know you're a veteran. Yeah, but the ground was warm, and so it just melted as those bands came through. It was great. Some of my favorite days for sure. Video, killing it here. You sent a video to the X account of a burst of snow from last night. I'll check that out for sure. All right, my friends, have a great Tuesday. It's Taco Tuesday. It's Stay Warm Tuesday. Be safe, be kind to each other. It's Sweater Tuesday. We'll leave you with a beautiful view of the snow-capped Smokies from our Anakista camera. As the sun comes up over the eastern sky, it's a gorgeous one with those nice fall colors and a little kiss from Old Man Winter. Have a great day.
That wasn't enough. There's a figure in the mirror that's giving it up. And it's you. Oh, it's you. There's a barbed wire man with a concrete soul and a dream just to fly free. There's a spray can sitting, it could light up the show if you gave it to me. This army of sinners forgot to fight for a cause, while the visionaries run a race that's already lost. And it's you. Oh, it's you. It's you. Oh, it's you. There's a schoolboy standing up in front of an army, shoes in the mud and the wet paint twists and turns up the alley just like it should. So your colors, they start and it's stripping you